Hey everybody, John and Jill here. Hope y'all are enjoying your Sunday afternoon. We started a little video mini-series the other day about communication. The first one was about the cell phone, and it was pretty well received, so we're going to do one on Facebook. I've been telling you, I'm a little nervous about doing one on Facebook because everybody takes their Facebook pretty serious, so I'm going to try to just find some amusing personal observations, nothing personal or don't want to offend anybody as usual. I have to put that disclaimer in there. Many years ago, 15 years ago or more, I loved MySpace, and I'm sure all of y'all remember MySpace. MySpace was awesome in its heyday because you could download music too. You had your profile. I know at that time I was divorced living downtown Savannah, so I was trying to follow local bands, and I had friends who loved local bands, so we'd all use it to kind of let everybody know what was coming up, where we're going to be on Friday night, Saturday night. And so, we used it that way. And also on your profile, if you were dating someone, you could put like your music, like a song you could download that would reflect what kind of mood you were in, whether you were happy, sad, ticked off, whatever. You could put a song on MySpace that would let everybody know how you're feeling. So it was pretty cool.
Decorate your page too.
Oh yeah, Well, I didn't do all that, but I did put some music because I feel music deep in here. So we did that, but what happened with MySpace? And I don't know if y'all remember this little subtle thing that started happening. That by the time it dissolved into just pervy guys were on it, and then you'd have a bunch of, let's call them party girls. That's not what my late mother would call them. She would have said they were loose. But let's just say it became more of a hookup site. So it kind of, at that time, Facebook came along, and everybody was talking about Facebook, and I'd hear about Facebook, and I think, I don't know if this sounds like it's for me or not. People are just showing pictures of themselves, their families, all this good stuff, and they're connecting with people from college and high school, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see. So I got on there, and I'm just saying I stuck my toe in the water. I didn't go all in, and I had like 10 friends for the first year I was on Facebook. I had like the minimum amount of friends I've ever seen anybody have on Facebook. I was really, really picky who I added. And then I was, because you get all kind of little friend requests from people you went to high school with, and you think to yourself, I said 4 words to that person in high school, so why do I want to rekindle a relationship we never had? But, then I kind of got over that and said, hey, some of these people have changed, they're very cool people now, and, I've changed a lot, so maybe we do need to reconnect, if that you want to call it that. So now, I've watched some people on Facebook that have 1,000, 2,000 friends, and I was like, how in the world do people have that many friends? But it came to me that they were just collecting friends. I don't know if it was like a status thing that you want to just collect as many as you can. Now, Kennans want me to collect friends now, to kind of get the word out there about the novels and that kind of thing. So I have added a bunch of people the last few weeks. I appreciate it. And, hopefully we'll become real friends, not just virtual Facebook friends. But one thing I want to talk about, as you get into Facebook, you'll notice that everybody uses Facebook differently. I use it mainly to pictures of family, that kind of stuff. I guess what fuddy-duddies use it for. I use it for what I think they intended it for, but now it's kind of branched out. And if there are a billion people doing it, there's hundreds of different ways people are using Facebook. And God bless you. I mean, basically, do whatever you want to do on Facebook as long as nobody's being harmed. And I'd like to see less profanity on Facebook myself. I wish they had filters for that. But, everybody uses Facebook differently. So if I say something and you say, oh, he's talking about me, well, no, it has to. I only pick categories where I know there's lots of people who do it, who are in this category. And I find some of it amusing, but I also respect the fact that that's how people want to use Facebook. That's how they want to use it. It's not my cup of tea. That's a saying that my dad gave me the year and a half he lived here. And I say it all the time now, it's just not my cup of tea. And that kind of just lets you know that, hey, it might be your cup of tea, but it's not my cup of tea. We even have visual aids for this particular segment. We're getting very high tech here. And Jill's going to hold up the sheet like, I don't know, like Vanna White or something. She's going to turn this thing up. And
These are going to be John's favorite categories on Facebook. He's classified all of you people in categories, and this is what we see on Facebook.
All right. What's the first one?
All right. The first one is my boyfriend dumped and or cheated on me, and men suck.
This one right here, y'all know who I'm talking about. We've all got friends and family who bless their heart, and it sounds sexist for me to make this say my boyfriend, but to be honest with you, I don't even want to recognize men who do this because that makes you a whiner, and as a man, you should really bury that stuff deep inside. We don't need to hear it when you're going through that kind of thing. But there are women out there who, and to be honest with you, my background perception of the women who go through this on Facebook is that you are the woman who claims to want to date a nice guy. Where are all the nice guys at? But, you know, my son's 34, owns his own house, runs my businesses, great guy. I think he's a good-looking guy. He looks a little like me. And he, you know, he's managed to stay single. And, you know, the group of women that he can go after is a little smaller because he is a nice guy. Because those of you who say you want to date nice guys, you really don't, obviously. Because what happens is you end up gushing over your new boyfriend. You'll be saying how great he is. You'll post pictures and everything. But you'll also be fighting with your family on Facebook because they're warning you, do not date this dude. He has messed over the last 30 women he's been with, and you're not going to change him. And you're like, mind your own business. You know, this is all on Facebook. We got to watch it like a soap opera. Mind your own business. I know what I'm doing. I'm a grown-up, you know, and I'm going to change him. And he's a great person. He just never has met the right one, and he met me, so I'm going to change him. So as you watch this unfold, the next thing you hear is, you didn't change him. And while, you know, you were trying to change him, he was trying to see if 3 other women would change him at the same time. So what happens then is you go through your very public, you know, I don't know if it's humiliation, you know, and you're just really ticked off is what you are. And you're going to let the world know, Facebook world know, that this dude sucks. And, you know, and the dude probably has to hide his Facebook for a while, you know, till the storm blows over, because he's used to doing this. He goes underground for a minute, because you're going to let the world know he sucks. Men suck in general. And one thing you always say is, I'm going to date a nice guy. And all your relatives who can come back and put their arms around you now, even though you were telling them how stupid they were a few weeks ago, they're going to say, you deserve the right guy, you know, and the right guy come along, and he's going to be a nice guy, and he's going to really take care of you. And then 2 weeks later, you meet another total loser. So it is your type.
It's a recurring cycle.
So it's a cycle. But soap operas come on every day. So just keep it coming. It's entertaining, but I feel for you, because I really do think there's some good women out there. If you made better choices, you know, life would be so much easier. What's the next one, babe?
Our next category of people is the I hate my job category.
Now, this is a category that interests me because I'm a business owner. I have been for 30 years or whatever. And back in the day, if somebody hated their job and I heard about it, I would try to help them with their issue. I'd fire them, or I'd let them quit. I'd call my office and I'd say, you don't like it here. You're not happy. So why don't you get a box, put all your stuff in it, and then don't let the door hit you in the butt, and then go find your happiness. Go find your zen or whatever, because obviously it's not here. But I tell you what, I am impressed with the people who talk about how much they hate their job on Facebook in a public forum. Because I don't know if your bosses don't have Facebook or what, but good God, I cannot believe what y'all say about your job. You'll be like, it's Monday morning, it's 9 a.m. I mean, you've been at work an hour, and you want to go home, and you wish it was Friday, and can't wait for hump day, and this is the Mondiest Monday ever. And all your coworkers are idiots, and you're the only one that runs this place. You wish there were 2 of you, but you need 6 of you, because if you weren't there, it would fall apart. The whole building would shut down, all that good stuff. I'm just saying that's great. If you get away with that, I mean, you're my hero, because I guarantee you I wouldn't have got away with that when I had some bosses, too, that would have gave me my freedom as soon as I talked about how much I hated my job. But bless your heart. I mean, go for it. What's next, baby?
Our next person is, some of these are getting to your really favorite people.
Now listen.
The selfie person.
I want to be really, really careful with selfie person, because to be honest with you, y'all outnumber me big time. Selfie person, yeah, Jill does selfies too. We bought Mallory a selfie stick, so I mean, we're perpetuating it anyway. But I just want to say this about selfie person, because I'm going to be so careful. If there's 70% out there that do selfies, I'm really stupid if I go after you. I mean, I'd rather go after a small sect of people so we can all make fun of them. But I can't do that with selfie people.
I'm just trying to picture you taking a selfie.
Good Lord. Well, I'm not as good looking, and I'm not as pretty or handsome as all y'all doing all these selfies. But I'll say this. There is a medical condition for people who do a lot of selfies. And if you go online, don't shoot the messenger. If you Google it, it's called, put down selfie mental disorder. And that's what it is. It's called selfitis. Selfitis. It's a real thing. I don't make this up. I mean, the real stuff is funnier than stuff you make up. Look it up, but listen to this now. I'm not talking about anybody out there, because I know none of you guys have selfitis. Because to have selfitis, you have to take at least 3, if I remember correctly, you have to take 3 selfies a day and post them on social media. I mean, that's 3 a day, every day. I mean, like if you're having a really good hair day or something, I don't know, and you want to do 3 in one day, I don't think you have self-itis. But if you do 3 average on 3 a day, hair day, you might have a mental condition. I'm not saying, but just think about it. Even if you have self-itis, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's not like having something that's incurable or it'll kill you. I mean, it's just a mental disorder. I'm just saying. But I'm not going to make any more fun of selfie people because I think that's really dangerous for me. But I want to make fun of one selfie person who we can all make fun of, I think, and I think you'll go along with me on this. And that is
Jim Selfie Guy.
Jim Selfie Guy. We can all make fun of Jim Selfie Guy because Jim Selfie Guy is a dude who's decided to work out, and he's obsessed with it, and he wants to show you himself in all kind of muscle shirts, doing curls, and he wants to really show you how the sausage is made. He wants to show you how he got this buff, and he wants to show you that he's working there. What's funny about Jim Selfie Guy is he usually doesn't have any friends, so he has to take selfies. So he's got that, and he's showing you the curls, and he's a guy who everything he does he can do to show you that he can do it with a curl. Me, myself, now, I do curls. It's chili dog curls. But, and I don't ever show you video of me doing chili dog curls.
Jim Selfie Guy is usually also in front of the mirror, and you can see the flash in the phone.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I've seen Jim Selfie Guy do that. And the thing about Jim Selfie Guy, we can all agree he's got low self-esteem. He's got narcissism. He's got a whole buffet of stuff. I'm telling you, if he went to see a shrink, he would get some kind of group discount just for him. So it's a whole different thing. Jim Selfie Guy, but let me see that first one, the girl who gets dumped. I want to see that one. All right, now we'll hold up Jim Selfie Guy. All right, Jim Selfie Guy always ends up with a girl who gets dumped and or cheated on. Because when Jim Selfie Guy is not doing curls, he is doing a curl with his phone and he's texting other women. And so you always end up with Jim Selfie Guy, and then Jim Selfie Guy messes over you because, believe it or not, he's texting 3 other women who are trying to change him. So those two go hand in hand. So what's next, babe?
Right, next is the GPS chick.
GPS chick, I love GPS chick. I mean, this is not even any big deal or anything. It's basically you're the real world with just your cell phone. Really, you don't have cameras all over your house. You just do it with one phone. So that's impressive to start with. So we basically get to see what happens when you get up. We get to see what happens after you take your shower. We get to see what happens when you're baking lunch because we get to see lunch. You can show us a picture of lunch. Then if you walk to the living room, you know, sometimes I lose track of you and I'm like, what happened? Did she fall through the floor or something? Then a minute later I find out you walked over to the living room. So we got the GPS on you. So then you take a selfie of that and then you tell us, you know, what else is going on in your world for the rest of the day. And then we get to see supper because I want to see supper too. Because to be honest with you, ever since Jill became a realtor, I don't get home-cooked meals, so I want to see what you're having for supper just so I can look at it. So I love you, GPS girl. And when I say GPS girl, I know I sound so sexist, but yes, it is manly women that do this. Men really don't tell you everything they're going to do. I don't know if men are they might be more secretive. You got to watch men, I guess. But especially Jim Selfie Guy. He's not going to tell you where he is except the gym. All right, next category.
The Love Boat.
Oh, I love the Love Boat. The Love Boat is the newest thing out there. I just love it because what y'all do is you let us know that you love your spouse so much every minute of every day, every second, every minute, every day. And it's just awesome. And it makes me look bad, though, to be honest with you. I mean, because Jill and I got married, we said I do, and we love each other and all that kind of stuff. But good Lord, I'd pull a love muscle if I had to. That didn't sound good. You just really don't. I don't know. Jill and I have this thing that we told each other we loved each other. We tell each other, you know, we say it to each other, but we don't have to announce it to the world all the time. But once again, if you meet your soulmate and y'all both want to tell each other how much you love each other all day long, every day on Facebook, more power to you. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I found out early that Jill didn't even want flowers. She said, no, that's a waste of money. And I was like, God, I love you. I mean, I don't have to. I don't have. Yeah, right then she got a big "I love you," and I didn't have to send flowers because I always thought, you know, good Lord, that is a waste of money. They die and everything else. But you know, but she doesn't even need jewelry unless she'll buy her own jewelry. She's not somebody who needs me to make some grand gesture. But once again, there's a big group of y'all do this. Don't think I'm talking about anybody in general. And I love that you love your spouse, and you need to really let the world know about it. And I need to get better at it. Obviously, I probably suck at it. What's next, baby?
Next is your political geniuses.
I've been dreading this category because I know I'm going to say something wrong, so I'm going to try to catch myself every time. I may even stumble through this, and y'all just got to bear with me because I'm very nerve-wracked doing this one. Because some of my relatives, some of my good friends, everybody are part of the political genius community. And what political geniuses do, they're always Republican or Democrat. I mean, right-wingers and left-wingers more than anybody. And y'all want to let us know that you could fix the world in 350 words. And you want us to read those 350 words every day. And you're going to tell us what's wrong with the other party. And you don't just tell us what's wrong with the other party. It's, here's what's right, and everybody else is an idiot. So it would be right, you say the left are idiots, and the left, you say the right are idiots. And, you know, somewhere, I'm sure, I would love to read a political post one time that said, you know what, I looked at this thing from both sides, and the left does have some good ideas. You know, there are some good ideas, and I can take a few things that they're saying and run with it, but, you know, here's where they're wrong, in my opinion. That's another thing. If you said, in my opinion, or in my humble opinion would be even better. If every now and then you would say, in my humble opinion, here's what I think. But instead, you act like you're Moses, and you brought it down from the mountaintop on tablets and everything else, and everybody else is an idiot, get in line. But one thing I want to point out about political stuff is the Unabomber was political too, and he wrote about it every day, and it was called a manifesto. So if all you're doing on Facebook is writing political stuff, you might be writing a manifesto. We don't know. So every now and then, just to mix it up, throw a picture of your cute nephew, your cute niece, or you know, your own kids or your spouse, or do something, even if you're just doing it for camouflage, to not be everyday political guy or girl. You know, just every now and then mix it up. And, you know, just understand that there is a little button that Kenan told me about 2 years ago. It's the greatest thing ever for Facebook. I was telling Kenan one day that there was somebody putting memes out there who's on my friends list, who I was actually related to, and I love this person. I didn't want to delete them, but I just don't like profanity on my Facebook, especially if they're dropping the F-bomb. You know, one of the kids could walk up behind me or something when I'm looking at it. So, you know, I think it's disrespectful to put that kind of stuff on Facebook if you're really knowing people could be seeing it. So I told Kenan, I said, I don't want to delete this person. And he gave me that look, the eye roll and everything else, how dumb I am and all that kind of stuff. Dad, they have an unfollow button. So I said, tell me more about this unfollow button. And I had no clue it existed. So Kenan taught me how to unfollow somebody, and they don't even know you unfollowed them. So that is awesome. And that is like the Facebook caller ID. So what happened, just like I said with a cell phone, when we all got caller ID, it might have ruined some people's social lives. Well, what unfollow is doing is, if you do write a 350 to 500 word political post every day, what we may do, we may unfollow you. And the way to tell if you're unfollowed by a lot of people is, let's say that you spent 2 hours writing your manifesto, your post, and you spent 2 hours on it, you solved all the world's problems, and you get 10 views and 3 likes. That means you have been unfollowed. I mean, that's the first sign. If you get 3 likes and it's the same 3 people, and 1 or 2 of them are related to you, you have been unfollowed by a lot of people. They still love you because you've got all kind of friends, but and remember, 10 of the views, 6 of them were yours. So you really only got 4 views and 3 likes. You have been unfollowed. And the way to avoid that is, like I say, pepper some pictures in there, show that you got other things. Occasionally say, in my humble opinion. You know, some people may still stick with that. And so that's what I would do. Morgan just walked up in the very end of this thing, so we're going to let her sit down because I do not want to do this over. Morgan and Gracie, and so they just walked in.
And Daddy.
And Brandon just walked in, so and the dog's barking. But we are not going to stop this because I am not doing this whole 15-minute thing over. But in closing, these are the categories. We all can't stand Jim Selfie Guy. I think we can all agree with that. If you don't agree with anything else I said, we all do not like Jim Selfie Guy.
All right, we have one more category though, babe.
Oh, what was it, babe? Oh,
you forgot this last category.
This is the most annoying person on Facebook right here.
The most annoying person on Facebook is the dude trying to sell his novels.
Hold that closer to the screen, baby, so I can see the website.
so they can see the website.
That is the most annoying guy on Facebook, and you should avoid him at all costs. That is Dance with the Butcher and Never Forgotten at J. Grant Thompson on Amazon. Go see it. Go check it out. I've heard several people have read it and loved it.
Several people.
Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
See you later. Bye.